You can read here that it is difficult to find that conversation communication of two people, those who are the poor people, poor farmers of the Palampur, and how they communicating, how they discussing about their problems. They are not getting jobs now these days, okay, because of the modern techniques, modern method of cultivation, because big farmers start using machines like the thresher, harvesters, okay. So they lost human power, so they are not able to get jobs or economic activities for them. Like here is what he is saying: it is difficult to find work these days. Only large farmers hire us, and that too for very limited numbers of days, okay, because their place taken by the new techniques, new methods, machineries. Now you can read here, like the Ghanshyam, large farmers has just bought harvester, so we are going to get even less work during harvest season in this year. Last year I worked for less than 5 months in the whole year, okay. So you can see here, you can read that how people had lots of problems. Poor people, poor farmers, those who don't had their own lands, they have to work in the fields of money lenders and jamidars. So you have to read it, okay. Now this topic example story is given here of Dala, ठीक है, and the Ramkali, how they were solving their problem, how what communication was between of both people regarding economic activities. Now come to next topic, the capital needed in farming. Capital needed in farming. Here capital means money. यहाँ पर कैपिटल से मतलब है पैसा, ओके, कि फॉर द प्रोडक्शन लाइक द अदर फैक्टर्स, लैंड इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट, लेबर आर इम्पॉर्टेंट, मशीन्स, मॉडर्न मैथड, टेक्निक्स आर इम्पॉर्टेंट, ओके. सो capital is most important thing, because without capital production is not possible. How will you hire laborers if you don't have money? How will you purchase piece of land? Yeah, how will you start your production without money, without capital? So this is the most important factor of production, capital, okay. So capital needed in farming. You have already seen that the modern farming methods require a great deal of capital, so that the farmers now needs more money than before, okay. Before starting their economic activities, their production, they need more money. What's their requirement? पैसा उनके पास होना चाहिए. आफ्टर दैट ओनली दे कैन स्टार्ट एनी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी और द प्रोडक्शन, ओके. सी व्हाट रिटन इन द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, most small farmers have to borrow money to arrange for the capital, okay. So here you can see those who were the biggest or the richest farmers of the society, definitely they had the money, they had capital, because every year, every season they were selling the extra production, surplus production in the market, and they utilized that money for the next production, okay. But what was the problem for the small farmers or for the landless farmers? Small farmers, they were not getting surplus production from their field, okay. So for the next year production they need money, and they need money from where they will get? They will borrow money from the money lenders and jamidars, okay. So here is mentioned, most small farmers have to borrow money to arrange for the capital. They borrow from large farmers or the village money lenders or the traders who supply various inputs, cultivation. Rate of interest, of course, rate of interest on such loans is very high, because they were uneducated people. Those who were the small farmers or those who were the landless farmers, they were uneducated people, and whenever they borrow money from the money lenders, from the jamidars, they were providing them with the high interest, okay. So that was also problem for the small farmers. Then such loans were very high, they are put to great distress to repay the loan. It was, of course, always they had tension, they create disturbance to disturbance in their life. Why? Because if their crops was fail, okay, how they will repay the loan and the whatever amount they borrow from the money lenders. Okay, so sometime they suicide themselves, or sometime the money lenders and jamidars, they take their land, okay, and they start working in the fields of money lenders and jamidar without wages, without money. Okay, so a story is given here, you have to read story properly, and whatever doubts will be there, you will ask from me through messages. Okay, now second, in contrast to the small farmers, the medium and large farmers have their own savings from farming. I told you na ki from their fields they get surplus production and they sell in the market, and whatever the amount they get from the market, they save for the next year production. So savings they had, they are able to arrange for the capital needed. How to these farmers have their own savings, you shall find the answer in the next section. Okay, because already I explained to you. So we will continue this video for the next. Okay.